everybody. Okay, so I just got back from my third therapy session. I just started therapy for the first time a couple weeks ago, and on my very first intake, I was diagnosed with PTSD and borderline personality disorder, which I didn't feel was right. And then at the second um, meeting or therapy session, she thought that borderline didn't really fit, and I didn't think it did either. And I handed her a packet that I had written out full of just instances of what I was like as a kid. I talked about like echolalia and how I was socially and as a teenager, and she went home and read it. And then I just walked in today, my third therapy session. Hey, Soko, and she just said I changed your diagnosis from I took off the BPD, the borderline, which I thought on at first impression you might be, but you're definitely on the spectrum. So I've diagnosed you with autism spectrum disorder, and I was like, that's it? It's all over? I was like, I don't need to be assessed anymore by it kind of. And she's like, no, it's just done through in the interview process, and especially with the information you gave to me, you're definitely on the spectrum. And I was like, wow, that's it. People make it sound like a big horrible, like it was so quick. You know, it was my third session. I just walked in, and it still hasn't really hit me, but I officially have an autism diagnosis. Um, I'm doing okay, Soko. How are you doing? I'm really tired. I had to get up early to go to therapy this morning, but I just wanted to pop on and mention this. It's been quite a long road for me. I discovered Asperger's and autism spectrum disorder, and its kind of female presentation quite a few years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And it just seemed to provide so much explanation for my life and things that I've gone through and how and the struggles that I have socially and personally. And I guess I just thought it would be a fight. I thought it would be harder. And I was trying to have a positive. Anyway, I finally went in to seek to talk about a lot of stuff, but to see if I actually was autistic. And I officially have, I guess, it still hasn't really hit, I guess. I don't know. I officially have a diagnosis from a professional. So, it sounds crazy. At this age, I shouldn't be surprised. I'm only surprised at how easy it was. It really was so easy, especially after I described myself to her. I'd written out a big thing, and please see my last upload, my last live, where I talk about therapy a lot more and what my experience was. Um, anyway, I guess I just wanted to update you guys. I don't have a lot to say. I just wanted to pop on and say that it happened. It wasn't nearly as bad as everyone makes it out to be. If you bring in um, kind of like all of your autisticness written down and hand it to them. I hated that idea, but everyone said you should do it, and I did. And as soon as I did, she was like, "Oh yeah, you're definitely on the spectrum." So it feels weird, but I it feels good too, thinking that like I might have, I might belong to a something. We got a comment here. Says, I don't know what to put here. Yo, I am also autistic, and I'm glad to see that you've got diagnosed with it. Thank you so much. Yeah, me too. I've talked about my autismness in covert ways on this channel a lot, and I've tried to be very respectful about saying when I do bring it up that I don't have a diagnosis yet, because I know that's important, and it just feels good to actually just be able to talk about it freely. Like, okay, beyond what I suspect of myself, I've been professionally diagnosed with autism. I am autistic. I can just say that now. I'm autistic. It sounds weird that it makes me so happy, but it just explains so much, and that feels good. Feels really good. What was your feeling blessed? I am. Yes, Osoko. I don't know what to put here. What age were you diagnosed at? And was it difficult for you? I don't know. But he says, "Welcome to the club. It's not as bad as people make it sound." Yeah, it was really. I'm really excited to be able to officially announce that I'm part of the autistic community. I mean, I feel like I always have been, but now I can really say it, and and I can just openly talk about myself as being autistic, and just gonna enjoy this honeymoon feeling. And now I feel like I'm hoping people will know what box to people don't really know how to place me when they meet me. I think it causes confusion socially and issues socially. And now I'm hoping that not that, not that I'm expecting to be accepted more, but I'm hoping that will help people know what to do with me, like where to place me and how to interpret things. And because I feel like I get misinterpreted a lot. Um, but yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited, guys. I'm autistic. Yay! I'm weird for a reason, a great reason. Um, oh, thanks, Soka, because I'm happy that you're happy. Oh, this is the first time you've caught me in a live in a few years. Oh, well, cool. I'm sorry, I'm not very chatty. It is very early in the morning, which means it's 11 a.m. But my therapy session was at 9. I wish I had more things to say. I'm still kind of in shock that it was so easy. I didn't have to fight. I didn't have to argue. I didn't anything. Once I gave her all that information, she was just like, "Yeah, you're total. I'm taking off the BPD. I was thinking that didn't fit, and I didn't think it fit either. And she's like, you're definitely autistic." How's the band? I'm actually writing my own music now. I am working on my first album. I'm so excited. I just finished the second song. I have outlines for all the songs, but I just really finished putting down the first and second song. It's all complete. And I'm just going to move on to the third song today. I moved on a bit last night. It makes me so happy. It makes me so happy to write my own stuff. Um, I, and my experience with the band that I was in was a really great experience. It really encouraged me to do it, to exercise my musicalness, my natural musicalness. So I can't wait to hear them. Anyway, that's what I'm working on right now. The bus is currently not being worked on right now. I've had to sell off a lot of the amenities I bought for it for money right now. But I'm hoping that I still have a hope that I'm going to be able to keep it somehow. And it can just be like lots of dudes have like garagey projects that they work on this vehicle or whatever for a long time. I mean, I'm willing to accept it as that if I'm allowed to have that, just my project that I go out and work on and tinker with. Of course, I'll have to get to a situation where I can have it and me together, the best in me together. Because right now we're like a county apart, so that makes it tough. He says, "I hear you. I hear you. I had to sell my car. It broke my heart." Yeah. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Yeah. Um, so it's not actively the bus is not actively being pursued, but it's still within my possession. And yeah, I didn't know what to put here. Yeah, I started converting a schoolie, which is what I was doing back when I first started a channel, converting a short bus into a living space. And I got all the way into like framing. I got a good portion of the framing done. I was living in it in a very very off grid kind of pioneer kind of manner for a while. Yeah, I met you on. Yeah, lots of people said that they found me. I made a video teasing Dave 2D2. 2D2. um, which you can still find. It's my very first video, I think. So, guys, I'm officially autistic. Official diagnosis. It's still, I keep saying it, it still doesn't feel real. I have official diagnosis of being on the spectrum. And I'm hoping this will just open the doors for me, helping me to find my people, my other, and more people who are like me. How's it feel? I'm still in shock. I'm still in shock at how easy it was, and I'm not in shock that I have it. Like, no matter how much you convince yourself or you feel you identify with it, um, I still was like trying to be a skeptic, and I was still trying to be respectful. You know, I didn't want to just claim being autistic when I didn't really know. I didn't have a second opinion. I didn't have a professional opinion, and I want to be respectful of that. And so it feels really good to be able to talk about it openly and say I'm autistic, because that's how I really felt inside. But I was always trying to dance around it and describe myself in a way where I didn't have to say that I was autistic. Uh, and I was like, gosh, life would just be easier if I just knew for sure, you know. And it was great to have validation, to feel validated. I don't get a lot of validation in my life, and it was just so, she didn't even really talk about it much. We talked about other stuff. She was just like, yeah, you're definitely, I can see it now, you're definitely on the spectrum. And I was like, okay, cool. You know, it feels really good. It feels really good to know, to be validated, and to know how you fit into humanity. Because I just, didn't fit for a really long time. I still kind of don't fit, but it feels good knowing that there are other people like me who don't fit. And we're all together somehow, you know? It feels good. And hopefully this will just give me access, like I said, to more autism stuff, you know, and finding other people on the spectrum. And I'm hoping that there's some kind of support group for adults on the spectrum, but I'm not sure if there is. I'm drinking tea this morning. I'm having my sweet tea. Soka says, this is great for you. Make sure this is a nice slow burn and really enjoy this. Yeah, thanks. Thanks. I like that analogy. Yeah. I need to. Yeah. Um, guys, I know this is really quick, but I might let you go. I might do another video later. It's just still fresh. I just wanted to tell someone. I wanted to tell someone that it happened, guys. I got diagnosed with autism, and because now that you're a part of the community, you can be part of the rainbow. Yes, yes. I'm really excited. Taste the rainbow. Gosh, I'm excited to see what this does for my life. You know, the Skittle Squad. Yes. All right, it's good talking to you guys. I'll check back in soon. All right, and